Hey, fellas, is me once again, Spider, the guy, that guy, who is very inconsistent with the uploads. Anyway, point is here we are. Oh man, I have so much to say, but I don't know how to say it. Let's get through the basics first. This is every rated Twistaah level. Now, I bet you guys, with how many thoughts I was going to say, you guys are like, maybe this is going to be a treat. I think this video is very much going to be a treat. Like in English, I swear. I have been looking at doing Twistaah for a while now. I think it was when Twistaah had a daily level at some point. I think it was Zealot. It was like a 7-star level, I believe, with 2 coins. And I was like, dang, you know what? Well, I don't know who this guy is, but they got it. They got that energy. They got the lively gameplay and whatnot. I was like, okay, let's do it, right? And then also, Twistaah also had like a bunch of 8 stars, like a bunch of insane levels I had to do. So I was like, man, I kind of need that like achievement. So I guess it's like a 2-in-1, right? I get to do an awesome video and see how good Twistaah is, like how sick with it he is. And yeah, man, you know, I should just let you guys get into it. I think this video is a real treat. I guess it's still the same showcase in business as usual, but it's a real treat because Twistaah made the levels, and I don't think Twistaah disappointed here. But I'll save those thoughts for at the end of the video. So I think there's not really much more to say. I think you guys are just gonna get right in and look for those, skip to where you want for those coins and this, that, and the third, or see some awesome stuff, and I'll see you at the end of the video for the big old results. And, you know, my thoughts and yapping. You guys know the drill by now, and if you don't, that's the drill. So, yep, please, without further to-do, enjoy the video.
Nothing else bang harder as the funk does. Put in that work. Put in that work. Put in that work. All I do is win, boy. Put in that work. Put in that work. Put in that work. We always get the plan A, never need a plan B. Stick it to your memory and dedicate my energy. Work your ass up, get rid of a backup. Nothing else bang harder as the funk does. Ain't nobody stopping me. We always get the plan A, never need a plan B. Stick it to your memory and dedicate my energy. Work your ass up, get rid of a backup. Nothing else bang harder as the funk does. Ain't nobody stopping me. Cause I'm on mission like the 007. Put in that work. Put in that work. Put in that work. All I do is win, boy. Put in that work. Put in that work. Put in that work. Pop that.
I don't know how long I can go without feeling the walls closing. But I know I must follow through, even if this feeling kills me. Oh, I feel that time is running, but I can't do it anyway. Things are getting hard, but I can't see my life any other way. I hear the dance in my head, and I try to find it. And I've been so stuck in my ways, but things are going to change.
Last night I had a dream. There was no broken hearts or even tears. I thought I want to stay here forever in a pixel fantasy. When the night is cold, please don't let me wake. I don't want to fall.
all the glamour. Look at all the stars, magic in the air. Squids and big cats, flappers everywhere. And you can feel the Dixie vibe and feel the rhythm thrive. Let's find a juicy joint. Let's get voices in the house, amplificator. Come on, boys. So let's swing, 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 swing. Let's swing the night away. Forget your trouble and party till the break of day. It would be great if Angry Gatsby's wildest dreams. Where we party like in 1923.
Can't find myself. I can't find myself. Can't find myself. Can't find myself. I can't find myself. Can't find myself.
had good intentions.
rappers. Cat, can they can't rappers. Let me see energy. Can they can't rappers. Everybody know what show we run. Rappers.
Searching for the reason, answers that are hidden. I need to.
3 Eggs and Ham by Dr. Fun. Fun, 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 fun,
I got fun, 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 fun. I got fun, 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 fun. I got fun, 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 fun. I got
Yeah, chops out. We gon' let the block out. Nigga, they be capped out. 20 kills on a Breakout. No bad sex, with a bad stuff. But I see others on kicked out. Ran up and get ran down. But he passes the man down. It's a man down. I just asked my bitch, where we standing? It ain't working out. We said I ain't playing shit. Man, I'm running routes, bitch, I'm wide receiver. Bad bitch, count money now. Pop out showing cleavage. Heads down like up or down. Find out when chopper sound. This shit all 10 rounds, 20 rounds, 30 rounds.
Hey fellas, I see you made it to the end of the video and or skipped, and I'm not going through this whole shtick again. You're at the end of the video somehow, and I guess I really don't care how. You're just here. Which means you get to hear me yap. Don't turn off the thing, just... See, you done turned it off. Now you don't get to hear me yap. Anyway, so how was it? Personally, I think Twistaah done cooked. But how good did Twistaah cook? We're about to find out. With the results board. I don't have a board yet, but I'm gonna have a board at some point. It's coming soon. I had it as like a brain blast. Whatever. I guess I'll talk about that later. Let's get into the results here. We got the gameplay to talk about. I'm not even gonna lie. There was not one level that I was like, man, this gameplay sucks. I was always thoroughly engaged with every Twistaah level I played. They were actually just that good. Like Twistaah, I don't know how you do it. You are a gameplay master or something. Because I legitimately have no complaints here with the what do you call it? The gameplay. And because of that, I'm giving the gameplay a 10 out of 10. Literally no complaints. Like every level I played, I was thoroughly engaged. The fact that the first level, like, that Twistaah had up here, I think it was elbow grease, I was, like, whew. That level, not only, it had the aura, it had the sauce, it had the enjoyability. It felt good to play, I'm not even gonna lie. Like elbow grease, how do you say this one? What is it? Errate, something like that. Errate. There was so many. Like there was like Rockstar Maid, Starry Eyed. I definitely remember Sparks, German bikini. Hooray! I'm glad I said that with my mouth. Unveil, even Skyway, Big Belly. I know Big Belly is kind of weird because I don't actually know if that's Twistaah's gameplay or not. I know it was a collab, and I think Twistaah did the deco while somebody else did the gameplay. But the gameplay feels so in character for Twistaah. I was like, man, if Twistaah were gonna ever make a demon, I'm hoping it would just be that fun. But I've said with how the 9 stars and the 8 stars were, I think Twistaah is more than capable of making a solo demon and having that be just the funnest thing ever. Like I probably won't have any qualms. Like, if I didn't have any qualms with Twistaah gameplay, I probably won't when we get the solo demon. Not that I care, of course. It's like, do whatever you want. This is the game. This is the games we play. So have fun. Like that's how you do it. The whole thing. Have fun. Do whatever you want to have fun and whatnot. Do that. Yeah, 10 out of 10 on the gameplay, no complaints from me. Alright, let's get into the decoration, right? Twistaah has I don't know how to say it, right? I feel like Twistaah's decoration is just unique and lively enough for me to, like, maybe pick it out of a mega collab. I feel like I probably could do that. Like, the same way I could probably pick out, like, a Mortlex or an Optation part, or like a Rafer part. I'm pretty sure I could probably do it, right? I think I could, and like just with me like having to like really consider that, I think just solely it's just a 10 out of. I think the decoration is a 10 out of 10 for my standards. I think it's easy to impress me. You don't gotta make like the next great like big revolution level, like skeletal shenanigans for it to be good. Like, obviously that level is still good as peak, but I think you can still make something for it to be peak for a different reason. There are levels of peak, right? And I think Twistaah hit a level of peak that gets a 10 out of 10 from me in the decoration department. Great job, Twistaah. Now let me get onto these coins. I'm not gonna lie, I think I did every coin, I believe so. And I don't think the coins were their usual, like, go out of your way and grab this or whatever. Like, go out of your way to get this coin, go up on this path instead of the down one, which people are usually used to. Then, you know what, you get the coin and whatnot. Like, I can't hate that too much. That's fine. There were a couple joke coins, I think. There was one I remember where you'd have to go out of your way. You have to go out of the way, right, to, like, do this particular path or whatever. And then you would have to you'd have to go through this club step monster that I forget the name of. I don't remember the level but I know it was good. I think it. I don't know if it was irate. I don't know if it was irate. It sounds like it was irate, but I don't know. I could be wrong. I probably am wrong, but for all you Twistaah enjoyers, you know which one I'm talking about. You know the goods. You know which one I'm talking about. And for that, yeah. I honestly, I don't want to, like, I'm not a big fan of coins, but I don't want to give it a, I mean, I could give it a 10 out of 10, like, you know, what harm is it, but what do I give it? I'll give it a humble 9 out of 10, why not? Still a high A, you gets the spider thumbs up. I don't really like coins too much, but when I'm showcasing them, I either go for the coin or they suck so much that I don't go for it. Twistaah's coins were engaging. It was like they were adding a coin. You know what, 10 out of 10. Twistaah's the GOAT. I'm giving it up. I've changed my own mind. Like, Twistaah managed to incorporate coins that weren't frustrating to me and, like, really cool and really fun, and I think that's really, you know, that's good. That's what can I say? You're throwing a coin round on top of a peak level, and Twistaah had so many of those peak levels where it's like the coin is just like an added, like, benefit to it. Yeah, I can't believe it. 10s across the board for Twistaah. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and slot the results away and whatnot. Wow. Honestly, Twistaah was a bit of an adventure. I was like, you know what, this level is sick when I was playing the daily. I was like, okay, let's see what Twistaah's got in here. And I feel like every level just managed, like, it was not even managed, it just hit the nail on the head. Like, I enjoyed what I was playing, I enjoyed what I was seeing. I didn't hate any of the coins too much, or like they were not like super frustrating. I don't think I ended up with any of that. I think Twistaah's levels are very much worth checking out. I think everyone should play them. This is not a request. This is more of I'm telling you to, please, not even please, go play them right now. If you're a star grinder, go play them. You're gonna have a creator that you're gonna be looking forward to, because I know I do. With that all being said, I do want to see Twistaah make like a solo demon. But I know Twistaah is very capable of doing that, so I imagine when we do get a solo demon, it's just going to be one of the best things ever. So, yeah, I have no doubt in my mind that whenever we get the solo Twistaah demon, that it's just going to be, like, peak across the board. Like, you're just going to be like, oh my goodness, I'm holding, like, the book is on fire, like, Twistaah's holding the pencil, he's writing fire. Like, that's how I imagine the level is going to be. Let me see. Do I have anything else I want to say? I don't know. You know, I really feel like I was just delayed. Like, again, please play the levels. I did, like, again, if I had to pick some levels to tell you, I'd tell you to play all of them. They were really all just that good. What can I say? But definitely play Big Belly, though. Big Belly was really fun. You know what? I thought Big Belly was going to suck at first because of just, like, how weirder the gameplay was, which is, you know, whatever, because, like, oh my goodness, weird gameplay, never heard that before. I thought I was gonna hate it at first, and then I was like, wait a minute, isn't it like 4 in the morning? I shouldn't hate it because it's 4 in the morning. I'm gonna come back with the clear rest of mind, and then I played it after I actually got sleep and whatnot, and I was like, oh, okay, this level rocks, I love this. You practice it, this level is freaking awesome, I love it. Like, Garbage was good, Mr. Washee Washee. I feel like it sounds like I'm just reading from a list right now, but I tried to remember them all. Like, there was the twistyjarviscollab, which, you know, we know who that's a collab with. We don't even really need to say who that is, you know? We'll get to them at some point. There was like Hasten. I sure hope I'm saying that right. Haste, yeah, I think I said it right. Dupstep, there was, what else was there? Guys, I know the levels, I swear! Think off the top of my head, the top. I remember Breakout. Breakout was a good one, too. They were all just really good. It's just I had to play a lot of them, so I'm not going to remember like all 70-something levels that were probably rated. They were just all really good. And that's all I got. That's all I can ask for. Like, it was just fun gameplay all around. I can't hate it. This was cinema. I do want to see more from Twistaah. I hope Twistaah creates more enough for me to make the part 2. I would love to do a part 2 to Twistaah. This guy knows how to cook with the game of the cook. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he gets in that editor. Absolute cinema. Some of those levels beat me in a little too hard with how much decoration it was, so I'd have to be like, yeah, I got an LDM here, but it was still cool nonetheless. Like, I can't hate it for that. Yep. I think that's going to do it. Again, I would love to see more Twistaah levels in the future. I definitely do want to make a part 2, so Twistaah, lock in. Let me make that part 2. I'll cook if you cook, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's going to do it for me, guys. As you can tell, the infinite glaze. I will continue to glaze until I'm given a reason to not glaze. Yeah. With that being said, this is the end of the video. So, you know, like if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. Check Twistaah out in the links below. I'm pretty sure I've linked them in the description, so you can go see what Twistaah's up to next and what other extra activities outside of GD they may like. We're not playing Guilty Gear here. At a Geometry Dash that they may like, or they just see a really cool level of their friend. May you glaze that up too. We love seeing cool stuff from everybody. But yeah. Check out Twistaah. Again, like if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. Please put whatever you dislike in the comment section below. Maybe you want more commentary. I'll see what I can do there, but I feel like the showcasing bits are just made there to show the awesomeness. I don't know if I feel like my voice would get in the way of that. Again, subscribe if you like this kind of stuff. I'm gonna continue to do it anyway because I just like doing these videos anyway. But if you like it, why not subscribe? It's gonna be an adventure, I guess. With that being said, guys, I am out. Make sure you have a good rest of your day and or night. With that, peace. I'll see you in the next video. Because again, even I don't know what will be next for the channel.